anything that sticks out about Chris Paul? First thing.
Master flopper.
We
Always flopping. Always. I never rooted for Chris Paul.
so you hated him.
Flopper, playing dirty, taking cheap shots, all that. He definitely knew how to annoy you and get under your skin, but he was one thing you can't take away from him. He's a great player. I wasn't rooting for him, but I respected him.
Ladies and gents, happy Monday. Ricky Swade here.
Yo, this is Zeke.
Yo, Frustrated Channel. We are here Monday. We're going to talk today about the Bulls' good week. And is VucciMayne the most clutchest Bull outside of Jordan? Yo, like, subscribe us. Tell your next door neighbor. Tell the grocery lady that's checking your bags at your nearby grocery store to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We're on Amazon, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, and YouTube. Share and like. We're here every Monday, Zeke and I, every Monday around 8 Central Standard Time, here to talk about the Bulls, everything Bulls related, and some things NBA around the NBA. We're going to start off with the Bulls' positive week, 3-1.
Sir, nail biter against who's that? Portland, right?
Yeah, and then don't forget Denver. That was a nail biter as well.
Yes, nailed. Stacey King has labeled us the cardiac bulls because we be down these games, then we come back, and it's a crazy ending most of the time. Denver Blazers and
Miami throw the takeaway.
Miami didn't play
Right.
that game.
Heat culture what? Yeah. And then Washington Wizards on Saturday night where we won.
Right.
A lot has happened this week.
Game we thought would be a breeze.
Yeah. A lot has happened this week. We, obviously we had the 2 nail biters. VucciMayne with another game winner.
Yeah.
And we'll dive into the week, but I do want to start off with, is VucciMayne more clutch than some of the other Bull greats, Scottie Pippen, Derrick Rose? I mean, I've never seen this many buzzer beaters.
Yeah, he's been doing.
He's got
pretty
2
well.
of them already. The first half of the year, the first half of the season is not even here yet.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when we usually the plays that are run, somebody's going to the hole and it's a kick out, and who's ever guarding him seems to keep forgetting that he's out there, and they leave him pretty much wide open.
Right.
So he gets a good shot every time, and Vooch is not one that's gonna shy away from a 3.
Right.
So yeah, when the game's on the line, he's gonna take the shot, and I know he believes it's going in. So
What is he shooting for the year, Vooch? From 3-point and
let's see.
Is he shooting 40? He's definitely hitting the 3. But he's always been a pick and pop big. But
yeah,
I feel like when he's on, Vooch is pretty good.
Is 40% from 3. 16 games in, 40% from 3. But he was 40 last year.
He was 40 last year?
Yeah, he's been 40 a couple times.
I will say at the beginning of the week, beating Denver, a game that I didn't think we were going to win in the first place, was a great outcome, being that I didn't have that penciled in as a W. That was a good win. I think wins like that should boost the morale of the locker room, obviously. And that should, put a positive spin on the Bulls season where they can look to be a top 6 seed. You know what I'm saying? Beating teams like Denver. In years past, we would never see the Bulls beat a contender like Denver. So for them to win that game,
that was no Kobe White against Denver.
Yeah, no Kobe White. But you know what? Zeke, my co-host, actually called it. He said these are trap games. This is a game that the Bulls could take because they don't take them seriously. And nonetheless, the Bulls came out on top.
That's a game you look at on the schedule. That was off of back-to-back.
It was a Utah and then Denver.
Yeah, that's the game you look at. Our Bulls are probably losers, and what they do, they win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no Kobe White. Got 20 from Herter, 20 from Giddey, 20 from Io too off the bench.
Mhm.
And Jalen Smith and Javon Carter gave us double digit points too. So a lot of people stepped up that game.
And you know what? You're saying a lot of people stepped up, but the Bulls have, and I don't have the stats in front of me. They have the best bench in NBA. The
Yeah,
top
I'm
3
looking at
easily.
Denver's bench. They didn't do anything in that
Yeah,
game.
I
They
think
got
the
about they had 9 points from their bench.
yeah.
So that ain't gonna cut it.
I think and I could be correct, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Bulls easily average 30 to 40 points off the bench each night. Like they get
Mhm.
points. You got Herder coming off the bench, you got Kobe White. I know that's kind of misleading coming off the bench,
Yeah.
but you got Herder that comes off the bench. You have Sticks, aka Jalen Smith, he comes off the bench. These guys contribute and they give easily 10, 12 points. Io, obviously, he just been put in the start lineup, but for most of the season, he's been coming off the bench doing a good job, averaging about 16 points. I think 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So he's been doing a remarkable job coming off the bench. Um, we go to Wednesday, where that game where they beat Portland, and that was a crazy game. And there was a lot of heat with us. There's a lot of
Mhm.
bricks that the Blazers were throwing up, but they were out rebounding the Bulls like left and right. And that game was crazier than if you thought Utah and Denver was crazy, the Blazers Bulls game was even crazier.
Yeah. Bulls start off slow once again. Uh, Kobe was back that game, and he didn't look like he missed a step. Vooch played very well, and like I said earlier on our Central Division pod, if the Bulls are hitting their three, usually they're gonna win that game. That goes for pretty much all teams in the NBA. If they're hitting their three, they're gonna be hard to beat.
Mhm.
But that game, I thought it was over at when it was 105 to 86.
uh,
Bulls had 23s made at that point. I think that was around the end of the third, close to the beginning of the fourth. I said, "Oh, this game is over." I turned it on. It was almost 11 o'clock. I'm like, "Oh, give me some sleep. This game over." So I lay down. I check my phone. Let me see what the final score ended up being. I look up. It's tied. I'm like, "Hold on." I had to turn the game back on. That's why I ended up seeing the final 2 minutes and we pulled out the win. But dude, we was up crazy in that game and they came back.
Is there a concern the way that Portland now, mind you, to put in the context, Portland is, I think, top 3 in rebounding. So they're a very good rebounding team.
Hmm.
Offensive rebound, they might be top 2. I think they're 1 or 2 top offensive rebound. So they're a great rebounding team. Is there a concern for you with the Bulls as far as their rebounding and protecting the paint?
Yeah, I don't even know if that's injured. I can't think of his name right now.
Who?
From San Antonio. He hurt his
Wimby.
wrist.
Not
No, no,
Wimby.
no. On our team.
Zach.
Yeah, yeah, Zach. I don't
Z-
even know if
no,
that's something when Zach Collins finally
no,
returns, if that's gonna be immediately fixed. So
no.
yeah, we do need a defensive presence. Vooch does need some help. I don't even think Zach Collins can fix that when he comes back. So yeah, that's definitely a concern. Giddy rebounds great for guard. We need more because against Portland, Klingon had 21 boards. Avia had 11. Jeremy Grant had 9.
And Jeremy Grant's not even a
All
rebound.
right, yeah, we give up a lot of rebounds. 21 rebounds is pretty crazy.
Look at the offensive rebounds on that game. I think they had some crazy second chance point. They had a lot of offensive rebounds in that game.
Yeah, 26 to our 7.
Yeah, I mean, you getting whatever you want.
And Bulls be turning the ball over a lot
Right.
too. Starting off slow, not rebounding, turn over the ball a lot. That's usually a recipe for disaster. So we got to tighten them things. It's still early, but and like Vooch said, these small things add up. So
Yeah.
we got to start tightening these things up right now before we get into towards the end of the season.
At Showtime, currently, the Bulls are playing the Pelicans. We're down 74-58 halftime.
Yeah.
Um, I don't, but we have a lot of players sitting out. Vooch is
Mhm.
sitting out. I think Pat Williams starting at center. Who else is sitting out this game? We're not.
Coro is out.
Coral's out.
Herder is out with an illness.
Okay, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of it seems like we're punting on this game. Like we're like, what's wrong with Vooch?
Knee soreness.
Okay, that's Um, let's see. We're getting I don't want to talk about Friday's game. I will say this about Friday. I know the Heat demolished them at the NBA Cup, beat them by like 40, was 143, 107,
Yeah,
something like
that was
that.
pretty bad.
But those games happen. You have a long road trip. You get back home, and then that first game is a dud because you get in the rhythm of things of being back home. But Miami did play a good game. Their offense is fast paced, up and down, and they also were hitting all their shots. So I do give kudos to Miami. They played better. Moving along to Saturday, which was the back to back game, which was frustrating to watch that game, was the Wizards. Wizards come in town 1-14,
Hey,
one.
Wizards got a nice little core over there, man. They got some nice long guys, play defense, pause. Yeah, they're a lot better than what their record shows. They play hard.
Play hard and very inexperienced, but nonetheless, they should not. I don't think the Bulls should have. They should have been
Oh
in the
no,
game. Like
no,
the
definitely not. But the Wizards, they got a decent future ahead of them for sure.
do they?
Yeah, they got a good team. They got some good pieces there.
Okay.
It's not like Sacramento. Now they future
Uh,
looking bad.
yeah, that structure over there is good.
Yeah, at least Washington got a little bit a little something to look forward to.
Washington, I believe Washington shot 46% from the field, 44 from three.
Yep, that'll
So
do
that
it.
was a game that they should have won. Like I said in the reaction videos, all games are not going to be pretty. You're going to win some ugly games. You're going to win some games that you did not play your best, and that was
Mhm.
one that the Bulls did. They played crappy and they still pulled it out. And the only reason they won that game was due to the inexperience of the Wizards, who couldn't even get a shot up 6 seconds left, 6.1
Yeah.
seconds left, and showed their inexperience. And they dribbled. They basically threw the ball away. So that was the end of the game. That was definitely um in the Bulls' favor to win that game.
Couple of notes from that game. Bulls started slow again,
Mhm.
getting out rebounded. Cam Whitmore had a good game too. Giddy had his 22nd triple double. And at one point, the Wizards were 43% from three, and Bulls were 22%. So that's not going to get the win, but we pulled it out in the end. But yeah, slow start, getting out rebounded. That's the Bulls' MO. It seems like most of the time.
It's very fitting that Stacy calls us the cardiac Bulls.
Yeah, going into that game, you think, oh, this should be an easy win.
Right, like they're playing the Pelicans right now, and the
Yeah,
Pelicans I think are 2-15, something like that. They should, even if they're on the road, they should beat the Pelicans.
yeah.
Even with Zion, Payday's boy Zion on the court. Um, I will say that like we stated earlier, I'm concerned about the defense and I'm concerned about the uh the rebounding. So there's really nothing that we can do to shore up. I'm hearing the Anthony Davis rumors about how
He's a
we,
defender
he is,
and
but
he's a rebounder.
he's always injured though. I mean, what is Anthony Davis? 33?
Yeah, sounds about right.
33 years old, AD. You're gonna have to trade Kobe. You're gonna have to trade.
Whoa.
You're gonna have to trade Pat Williams. You're gonna have to give up a pick. And maybe that might be okay. Maybe. I doubt it. But to get AD, I do think that if you get him and if he's healthy, but that's a big if, obviously.
Yeah,
That's a big
big if.
I think
Yeah,
that
I don't want to give up Kobe. That's the only way.
that's the only way. You're gonna have to I mean, you gotta think about Kobe's he's on a expiring contract. So
Uh, yeah.
that definitely seems that contract situation seems tempting for a team to take on because it's expiring and he's a rental basically. So and then you got to think about the front office, the brass. What do they want to do with Kobe? Do they want to build off of Kobe and
Yeah,
get?
or are they looking to? Hey, Giddy's the future.
Yeah, I mean, Giddy might be the future, but Giddy needs a little bit more. Giddy is not as good as Giddy is. He's not the bona fide scorer like Kobe.
Oh no, 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 no.
So
Giddy's more of a distributor
yeah,
under.
Kobe, I mean, Giddy is not I need the ball in his hands. I need a bucket. No, he makes
Mhm.
the right passes.
He
Therefore,
can score. Now it's not on the level of Kobe.
nah. Does his ball handling kind of worry you a little bit?
Giddy?
It's not on a string.
Oh, no,
It's not
no.
on. It's
But
not on.
he's tall.
Yeah,
He can still
but
get to his
chill.
spot.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can get around you. You got a little half spin.
yeah. That half spin, always around the half
Yeah,
court.
you ain't gonna see Giddy ISOing and going
No,
through his legs and all that. He
nah.
ain't really gotta do that.
He almost a he with us, or you can shoot that, shoot that shit. Like he sometimes hit the three, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Giddy is not a. He's not a number one. He's definitely not a number one. Uh, you spoke on it earlier about Vooch and his culture builder with the interview with Casey Johnson and saying that
Mhm.
relax, man, like we won, but I didn't like the way we win. You like culture. You're a fan of the Miami Heat. That's
Only team with culture, Miami Heat. You ask me.
we Vooch, you like that from your veteran, correct?
Yeah, I thought he was joking at first, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, he looked pretty upset." And Vooch is like, "Yo, man, chill. Like, I'm doing an interview." And but then you see in the post game, he was really up. He said it to KC Johnson after the game, like, "Hey, we was playing soft. Uh, basically, we should have killed this team.
Right.
We didn't play good. We got the win, but we didn't play good." So
So you like that from your
yeah, all that jumping around, dude. It's 15 games in the season, man. Chill out.
veteran.
At first, I thought he did the whole pouring water on your head,
Man,
thing
real
post
man.
yeah,
Heathen.
because he hit the game winner,
Yeah.
pouring water on your head, but he was just mad at dude all hype in his ear.
Right.
But, yeah, I feel him. Vooch is an older guy. He ain't got time for all that.
Yeah, he's definitely trying, and I don't even think Boots doesn't have that much. I don't have it in front of me, but he doesn't have that much playoff experience. So,
No, I don't
uh,
think so.
it's definitely you're okay with that that type of attitude towards.
Yeah.
Let's see what the Bulls 74-61 Bulls down 13. Third quarter just started, but
Bulls had a lot of turnovers this game as well.
so far
Pelicans had 28 points off turnovers and offensive rebounds in the
mm,
first half, so that's the story.
no, but I mean, I know this is gonna come off as like real takey, but seriously, like Vooch with these two game winners, buzzer beaters, I haven't seen you don't like Derrick Rose. We know the one from Cleveland. What else? What other buzzer beaters does Derrick Rose have?
Uh,
Like,
I can
and
think of I know he got the floater against the Lakers. That wasn't a buzzer
that
beater,
wasn't
though.
nah.
That
It
was
was
just a clutch layup.
yeah. I
A
mean, it left
floater.
them with like 1 second. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
on
yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
Day.
You're
Yeah,
right, right, the
that was
Christmas game,
Christmas
yeah.
Day game. Yeah, that was a clutch shot. Scotty, what is Scott? Well, Tony Kukoc, he got the .7.
Yeah.
Is that you know what? Let me veer. The Philly and Portland, are those where were you buzzer beaters? Like you would that go and would that be singed in your brain? Like I remember Vooch hit two buzzer beaters at the beginning of the season. No?
It's the beginning of the season.
So why well, I was gonna say Kukoc, that was a playoff game. Derrick Rose, that was a playoff game as well. I'm telling you, I don't think Derrick Rose has any buzzer beaters during the season. I mean, besides the Christmas Day. Regular season, I can't remember. I can't recall Derrick
Didn't
Rose.
he bank one in against somebody?
That's the Cleveland. When
Oh,
he
damn.
came off the
Yeah.
came out
That's when he
and he
jumped in
jumped
number
into nowhere. Yeah,
oh.
that was a playoff game. That
Oh,
playoff
okay.
intensity.
So, yeah, there have been, 6 buzzer beaters in the first 30 days of this season. Yeah, Vooch is on here. Giannis hit one against the Pacers. Bane hit one against the Trailblazers.
This year, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's just this season. Oh, yeah, and Kawhi hit one too. She's on here twice. Austin Reed got one too.
Yeah, I remember Austin.
Yes. It's pretty good. But
Yeah.
yeah, but am I gonna be talking about this buzzer beater in April?
You might, depending on like, man, we needed that game to.
Oh well, yeah, depending
Oh,
on what the record
Josh
is.
Giddey's game winner against the Lakers last year, half court shot. You
Mhm.
remember that? I don't think you'll forget
Yeah, that one was a little
that. Hmm.
that was half court. That one you didn't think had a chance of going in really, since it's from half court. Vooch, you thought, okay, this got a chance.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm really racking my brain. Outside of Jordan, trying to think. Tony Kukoc got one, the .7. Scotty, I'm racking my brain for these, and I could be wrong. Like what I'm saying like I could be corrected. I'm trying to think Derrick Rose of which one, but nonetheless, Vooch has been clutch this season.
Another thing about that Josh Giddey, when people don't like that buzzer beater because they say that
Yeah.
knocked us out of getting the
Nah,
first pick.
Cooper flag. Even though
Yeah.
I think it was written like Nas, like we weren't getting the
Yeah.
first pick. I think it was meant for Dallas to get that. I'm not.
Mhm.
It's a little conspiracy with that number one Dallas. So I don't think we had a chance anyway. But nonetheless, which has been very good, been very clutch, and 9-7 is a good start. Like I said, starting the year, we did not see after 16 games, we didn't see the Bulls being 2 games under five over 500, let alone starting the season with a 5-game winning streak. So these
Yeah.
things are all positive. On top of that, if you bet, if you do a little betting, the team win total was like 32 and a half. Man, you're looking real good if you got it at the now, I don't know if you could look that up real quick. It might have gone up to like 36 or 37, but nonetheless, you got it at 32. That was a good investment because I think the Bulls will surpass, barring any major injury, they should surpass
Yeah.
32 wins.
Actually, over under, the Bulls are not on the list, so you cannot bet them
Oh, wow.
So Vegas knows.
Oh, you know what? Before we go to break, let's talk about their schedule real quick. They got this week. They got Pelicans tonight. Pelicans down 9. I'm both down 9 now. Pelicans tonight. Then they got Thanksgiving break, and then they play Charlotte Hornets on Friday night, and then
Yep.
Saturday they play the Pacers. All on the road, but those are winnable games. Very
Pelicans, Charlotte, Pacers, then Orlando.
winnable games.
Yeah.
All of them on the road.
Yeah, all on the road. We're not back home until December 3rd, and we get one.
Then we
Four
are
straight at home.
at home. Okay, okay, but we should definitely win 3 out of the 4. But
Yeah.
we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll discuss what's going on in the association. He read, like I said, subscribe, Frustrated Channel, Ricky Swayze. Frustrated Channel, we're back. Like, subscribe, download. We're on Amazon, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Got the association to talk about.
Mhm.
CP3's announced his retirement. 21 years? This is 21st year, right?
This is 21st year, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn he announced this before the season started.
I do too,
And
but
then it's coming out as breaking news. I'm
yeah,
like,
I think it was
he already announced
I think it
this?
was the nostalgia of his
Oh, okay.
home state and all that. I got some questions. He's second in assists, Chris Paul.
Yeah. They nobody gonna beat John Stockton.
Second in assists, second in steals, first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's a
Definitely.
12-time All Star, 12-time All NBA.
11-time All NBA, 12-time All Star,
Okay,
9-time All Defense,
wow.
Rookie of the Year, top 75, 5-time assist champ, 6-time steal champ.
Last of a dying breed.
Yeah, when you look up point guard in dictionary, it should be a picture of Chris Paul in there.
And Rondo.
He's one of the he's one of the last
Yeah,
true point
guard. Yeah.
guards.
Shoot.
Looking to set other people up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They don't make him like Chris Paul. And heart over height,
Mhm.
6 feet. I don't even know he was 6 feet. Um,
He's at 23,000 points, but I'm sure most of that is due to his longevity because he's not really a
a
score
score.
first guard.
No, he wasn't. Anything that sticks out about Chris Paul? First thing.
Master flopper.
We
Always flopping. Always. I never rooted for Chris Paul.
so you hated him.
Flopper, playing dirty, taking cheap shots, all that. He definitely knew how to annoy you and get under your skin, but he was a one thing you can't take away from him. He's a great player. I wasn't rooting for him, but I respected him. He's the point guard. He's the true point guard of our era. So minus all that, he's still great. Still going to the Hall of Fame. Sure.
I gotta admit,
Burger Boy also McDonald's All American.
I don't think this is a take. I don't like how he retiring. I think he should retire last year.
Oh
Last year
really? Oh yeah.
he played 82 games,
Yeah,
and
he getting
he
DMP.
getting DMP CDs. Like he's not gonna play a lot this year, and
Not win the chip.
he's not winning the chip.
Might not make the playoffs. Maybe. Harden is perfect making the playoffs though, right? He hasn't missed the playoffs this whole season, right? His whole career, I
Career?
mean.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know if I
so
but that and that team got whew, that team is old. The Clippers,
yeah,
oh man. But we're talking about Chris Paul though, but I would say the thing that I think about him is ultra
they're currently 12th, 5 and 12. So
um
still early, but
Chris Paul, ultra competitive,
yeah.
um very smart player.
Another thing about Chris Paul, he's going well, not so much so now, but when Chris Paul comes to a team, he does make the team better. When he
Yeah.
went to OKC that one year, I was like, OKC, I know he don't want to play there. He probably asked for a buyout, but he stayed and he made that team better that year.
Yeah.
And he low key coached SGA up when they was
Yeah.
in when he's a Clipper.
Yeah. Oh, tires his jersey. Clippers don't have any retired jerseys, so
They don't? Oh.
I think Clippers gotta retire his jersey, dude.
He was a Clipper for the longest.
They gotta retire his jersey. Lob City, he started Lob City.
I think people mostly know him from
Clippers.
either Clippers or Hornets.
More Clippers. What, Golden State?
Yeah,
Yeah. He
that
went
was
to the
one and
finals
done.
with Phoenix. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, that was his only trip to the finals.
He
Yep.
went to
But yeah, I don't think Phoenix gonna retire his jersey. He's
nah,
only there 3 years.
Clippers.
Clippers or Hornets.
And then it's kind of weird, and this is where it puzzles me. It was the New Orleans Hornets.
Right.
So it's like, is it the Pelicans or is that
Right.
the Charlotte
It's not
Hornets?
the Pelicans.
It's the Charlotte Hornets. But he
Yeah.
didn't play. He didn't play for Charlotte. Because dude, this is
Then
where
that was kind of Oklahoma City too.
yeah, I get confused. Yo,
It was New Orleans slash Oklahoma City Hornets.
I know a lot
But
about
now OKC is the Thunder, and he played for the Thunder, but
right. I get confused a lot on the franchises. I mean, it's one of the things I try to
showing IT blocking Chris Paul's dunk on TV.
and he was talking. Um, but I always get confused because he got drafted by New Orleans Hornets, and then New Orleans Hornets turned to Charlotte,
Yes.
right?
New Orleans Hornets. They
The
was New Orleans, then they played in Oklahoma
home
City because
city,
of the
yeah,
Hurricane Katrina.
Trina.
So they were still the Hornets, but they were Oklahoma City Hornets.
Mhm,
Then they were back to New Orleans Hornets.
mhm,
Then Clippers, Houston, then Oklahoma City Thunder.
mhm.
But yeah, that was a weird couple of years when he first got into the
And then
league
he stayed
because of
with
the
and then
hurricane.
he got with the Clippers, and that's when
Yeah,
he
that
was
was
known.
Lob City. Yeah.
Lob City, yeah. So that number 3 should be the first. And you know what? That'll be the first retired Clipper jersey, especially in that stadium too.
Oh yeah, yeah. New stadium.
New
Yeah.
stadium, so Chris Paul should be the first player, which is an honor in itself. He should that should be
Yep. No retired numbers.
they should get they should definitely get Chris Paul.
So is Chris Paul the greatest Clipper ever?
I think so, yeah.
Over Blake?
Yes. Not I mean, it's not a resounding, but like Chris Paul during those years made that team go like that. He was the reason.
Google AI is saying players such as Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and Andre Jordan are frequently mentioned as potential future candidates. I don't know
Uh,
about DeAndre.
he made an All-Star with him though, right?
That's all it takes to get your jersey retired.
I'm just saying, like, the reason they mentioned him because he made the All-Star team,
Well,
DeAndre.
yeah, when you think of Clippers,
You think of
you're
Blake,
not thinking
CP?
of Poole Richardson.
No, not thinking of Ron Harper.
Oh
But
yeah, and DeAndre got drafted by them too, and he was there 10 years. Let me change my stance on that.
you like but even 10 years with one All-Star that gets you consideration for a jersey retirement.
Yeah,
This That's ain't that great. I mean, Reed, but he's not a
and
scorer
he
though.
he's shooting 70% from the field when he was there.
He's a rim runner. He was catching lobs.
Average 15 boards 1 year too.
A lot of yeah, he should definitely he's probably get retired. He'll be a Clipper.
Then he came back,
Right, he
got
can't.
that too. Wasn't there some
Yep.
was some tension when he left, right?
Yeah, because he went to he somehow got out of the Clippers and went to Houston.
Yeah.
He did that.
But the fact that he came back, oh, that was the whole what's the guy that sold the team?
Yeah, Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling, the Sterling incident, and he left that. And now
Mhm.
whole new ownership. He came back. Yeah,
We're like 30 minutes, 33 minutes into the show and still no Lakers news, but we actually know mention of LeBron, but now we are going to mention LeBron. We're going to
it's
bring
standard. We mentioned
we
LeBron at
guys
least
that
once.
yeah, at least once. But Lakers do have news. We're gonna bring in our guy Pay to discuss this topic. The Lakers fired the Bus brothers. Uh the Laker organization is no more mom and pop. So Pay, you're in here.
Oh, Genie is going to.
Dude, like they're not majority owners anymore.
Oh, oh, okay.
So but they fired the Bus brothers.
Right. Yeah, I saw the brothers is gone now. So yeah.
So, Pay, this is right up your alley. This is kind of a crane report type talk. What are your thoughts on the Bus brothers being fired by the ownership, the Laker ownership?
Thanks for having me. Long time listener, first time caller. Um, it was it was out of the blue when this news dropped, right? I mean, first thing I thought about was, damn, Thanksgiving gonna suck for this family.
Well, they got $1 billion each.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Man,
yeah. I guess
they
that is a
upset.
good point. Do billionaires even celebrate Thanksgiving?
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But I mean, what came about this? Like, this was surprising. Why is the Laker and aren't the Laker owners, don't they own the Dodgers and they own the Dodgers and the Fever? No, Sparks. I'm sorry, the Sparks. Don't they own the Sparks as
Yeah,
well?
something like.
And
Yeah,
they're
Mark Walter, who is the CEO of Guggenheim, they own the
mhm,
Dodgers and a Fever, as you said, and now the Lakers. So it was the, the writing was on the wall once they took over the Lakers. They were going to reorganize the front office at some point, and it's been tension between Jeannie and her two brothers, Joey and Jesse, since Pop died. Right. She took over as head of the basketball operations, and well, I think that was 2017.
right.
Fired Mitch Kupchak, Tario, and brought in Magic Johnson. Not her best move, but it's been tension in that family ever since then. My the first thing that and you did point out, Rick, that they all got $1 billion out of the deal, but it was still it's still some a level of salt in this decision that came out well late last week. As you saw with the tweet from I think it was Jesse, and he was saying, "Yeah, I wonder what Dad would say about all this."
Yeah,
Yeah. It's the wrong thing to say. It
yeah,
is- this ownership, this marketing group, they have been they've been buoyed about how smart they are, how creative they are in regards to marketing and putting the best product on their respective fields. Have you heard about that as well, Pay?
I mean, that's how they've made the Dodgers into a bit of a dynasty now, right?
Right.
They've not necessarily been smart about what they smart about building organizations. They just been out spending everybody. Whether or not they can do that in the NBA is I don't think you can something to be seen. The NBA doesn't allow for certain things like that. There are aprons, as you know, so you can't get away with what you could get away with in a Major League Baseball. And Major League Baseball doesn't have a national TV deal, well, at least not to the same sense that the NBA does.
Right.
That's fueled the Dodgers being able to outspend everybody by like 4-1. They have that deal with Comcast, and everybody else has kept playing catch up. Well, in the NBA, you only got so much money you can spend, and everybody loves to play in LA. Everybody loves that LA lifestyle, but you only have 12 spots on the roster, and everybody's going to go to where they can get their money. Your boy Zach Levine, he wanted to be a Laker. Lakers saying we ain't had no spot for you. Best we can do for you, Sacramento.
You know what? To piggyback off of that, Zach Levine, are you seeing that a lot of 40 million, $30 million guys per they're hard to move now as opposed to years prior. You can move those guys. Now Zach Levine, now it's looking like the Zach Levines, the DeRozans, the Sabonises, even AD. Those guys are hard to move that contract.
Yeah.
Is that part of the apron? Because I've heard guys say, "Hey, there were times where I should have got paid more money, but this apron is really screwing over the landscape of the NBA."
Well, the owners voted for it. So whether or not it's never they're never going to vote for something that's going to screw over themselves. They're always get paid. They give what 51% of the BRI, so they make it hand over fist. What it does is give them a little leverage on the players. Like, hey, you want, yeah, I mean, you want 58 mil a year, but we won't be able to build a team around you. So why don't you take a little bit less?
Right.
That's how they get you, and that works for certain level players. The Stephs and the rest of them, LeBrons. They'll take some less, but then you get your guys like your boy, like again, I'm gonna use him again, Zach Levine. They want they want to get up there. Well, what happens? I'm gonna trade you before you even get to that point.
Right.
So that's how you end up bringing down that number of year over year. You nigga, it's gonna be a certain time in the near future. We don't see next contracts as we do anymore because once this era gets out of here with these legends, LeBron, Steph, KD, once all those guys are gone, I don't think you'll see max contracts like that no more. Prime
Really?
example, what's going on in Oklahoma? Everybody took less.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hmm.
SGA, but SGA is
Everybody
the only
locked in.
SGA making money. Chet is making money, and Jalen, right? Those
Hmm.
three dudes you're paying. But
And Jalen's not going to even get max.
no, he's not.
And I don't think he cares.
Right.
Right. So it's all going to help out. It's all going to help out the owners.
Um, I mentioned the Lakers. How does this ownership affect LeBron?
LeBron. Well, Jeannie brought LeBron in to be her magic.
Hey,
So now that she's no longer, I guess in charge anyway, even though she's still technically the governor right now
yeah.
until they until that until the reorganization is set, she's technically still the governor.
Primary team governor for the foreseeable future.
Jeannie Buses?
Foreseeable is another couple of months. So
I thought them in a couple years. Okay.
nah, that's against the bylaws of the league. A minority owner can't be the governor.
Okay.
You can be alternate governor, but you can't be the governor. You can't be in the meetings. You gotta be like a step back. So after they get done reorganizing the front office, you're going to see somebody else take over as governor. Maybe not Mark Walter. He'll probably appoint somebody else to handle those business. But the owner meetings, he's the one that's in charge of that.
Okay.
As it relates to LeBron, like I said, LeBron was brought in as genies. That was a genie, pretty much production. And now that she's gone, I think the writing's on the wall. LeBron's pretty much out of there too, right? And more than likely, Bronny is with him.
So you think that LeBron is going somewhere else after this summer?
Uh, do you think LeBron's done after this year?
No.
He's got to announce. He's got to make a major announcement.
Barring anything traumatic.
Yeah. No. Probably got
Dramatic.
two more years.
Oh, I don't know about 2.
I would say two more seasons.
After this, 2 more?
He not done this year.
No, I think I think next
One
year
more?
will be it.
One more. He'll say,
2? I don't know.
you know what? I'm not.
How this season goes will
Yeah.
depict that too.
Yeah. Right.
If they don't even make the playoffs, somehow they don't make the playoffs, he ain't gonna stick around.
Once they
2
make
more
the
years.
finals, he's playing too much. They make the finals. Because you gonna say I was so close.
Right, yeah. Maybe then, yeah.
Well, I do think a lot of it depends on how this grind of this season, goes. I mean, this is the last year of his deal. So if this is a tough season for him, let's say he gets hurt again, he might go ahead and call it. I mean, I think we all can imagine him going back to Cleveland for one more swan song, and he can get his
Think
he
would
can
go
do his
back.
whole. And yeah, but LeBron is, or he can go to the Clippers.
He ain't doing that.
I know he is pretty set up in LA. I can't imagine him going anywhere else for any extended period of time. He went to LA for a particular purpose. and that purpose is still, doing manifesting itself. So I
Right.
don't I can't see him if he does leave LA, it won't be for an actual 2-3 year contract somewhere else. I don't see that happening. Family, think about the from a family aspect. Bryce is in where is it, Arizona?
Yes. Yes.
Bryce is in Arizona. His daughter, she's in middle school now. Savannah, she's got another. Even though Savannah had a business in Miami and they just packed up and left, she's got her thing going out there in L.A. Spring Hills, they're up and running. It's a lot of moving pieces. I don't see it. After this year, I give him one more year, and I think it'd be up something like going back to somewhere he's already familiar, Miami, Cleveland, and that's it. He does that one year where it's all about me, get his rocking chairs everywhere he goes, does it, the Coach K thing, the Kobe thing, and that's it.
One more year. Like, yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he leave LA though.
We were talking about we're talking about players retiring,
Oh,
LeBron.
wait, one more thing before we move on. I didn't know
Well,
it was this
to
much.
to what you said though, Zeke, leaving LA, that goes right back to Genie no longer being in charge. Somebody else is calling the shots. They don't.
Sure.
They may not. They may say, "Hey, look, so LeBron, we love you. We ain't gonna do this production no more, though. We got you and your son. Y'all got to figure something else out."
Yeah, one, I didn't know it was so many bus children. Is Joey, Jesse, Jeannie, Johnny, and Jim. And Johnny and Jim are the older brothers. Jeannie is 64. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know she had the older brothers removed in 2017, and she filed a restraining order against them
Oh wow.
a couple years ago. So
Yeah,
it's a lot of drama.
it's messy. Yeah, it's messy. Billionaires. They keep up a lot of mess. You saw Succession, right?
Yeah, and Joey and Jesse are the younger. They're only 41 and 37. So I'm sure they saw their future like, yeah, we finna own this team until we get around Jeannie's age, but that's over now. That's crazy.
Uh,
Well, well, Actually, Dr. Bus had a lot more kids than just the ones you named. He got at least, I think there's about 10 of them out there.
Oh
really?
wow.
Oh wow.
They all start with J like all these dudes?
I don't think so.
Joey,
It,
Jesse,
it,
Johnny, Jim.
those Laker after parties were kind of busy.
Magic, Worthy, UNC great.
Tario.
Um, we were real quick. I wanted to get your opinion on this. We were talking about Chris Paul earlier. And I know you have some less than positive comments on Chris Paul, opinions on opinion on CP3. Where does Chris Paul get his jersey?
It gotta be the Clippers. You pointed it out. The Clippers haven't retired anybody's jersey. If they're going to retire anybody's jersey, it have to be the best player that's ever played for them, Chris Paul. I mean, think about it. Think about the Clippers. You think about trash and that little era with Chris and Doc, right? What do they call it? What was it? Lob City. You think about garbage, and you think about Lob City. You obviously, I mean, what's in the Clippers Raptors right now?
None, none. They don't have
Nothing. They
new
have
buildings.
nothing.
Oh yeah, new building.
New building.
They took everything down.
No, they didn't have anything in
They
or
never had anything.
never had
They were famous for covering up the Lakers banners on their.
All
just covered
right.
up the lake.
It will be. I mean, I don't think they're having problems selling tickets there at the. I forgot the name of the building.
Into it.
Um,
Into
into a dome. I don't think they're having problems selling tickets there. But can you imagine the type of, cameras and attention it would be if they actually have a jersey to retire?
oh yeah, it'll be major. It'll be a
That
major.
would be
It's a major
major. I mean,
honor.
as
Only
Bulls fans,
team that's never retired a jersey. Only team.
well, I mean, they're the only team that's ever been as terrible as they are. But I mean, as Bulls fans, you all understand the game. I mean, yeah, let's just retire a jersey. Let's just get everybody to pay attention to us for a night. Well, let's just have a ring of honor and put everyone in it. So you understand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only a every other year thing.
Yeah, they're gonna put everyone back in it the next year. So,
What's been a every year thing and recurring thing in the NBA, and I want to ask guys if you're concerned about this. A lot of injuries going on right now to the NBA upper crust players. You know, you got Garland, Trey Young, Jalen Williams, Zion, AD, Aaron Gordon. That's just to name a few of the players that's injured. You know, we joke with Tate about how the old days, but you know, this new NBA, like these players are barely suiting up to play 50 games. You know, and they got this new rule. Is there a concern with that? With and is there, you know, is there a solution for this?
A solution? I'm not sure.
You obviously know what the cause is. They're saying,
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
saying it's because of the pace
pace,
and
yeah.
game has never been played at this type of speed before. I'm trying to think who tweeted it. It was
What they won't do, I'm sorry, what they won't do is, cut the games down from 82 to 60. They're not
oh
doing that.
no, no,
That's
no,
giving
no.
money back. They're not doing it.
And the crazy thing about that, 82, it ain't no rhyme or reason behind 82.
That's a
Yeah, Bill Simmons been talking about that for years, shortening the season. He was saying like 72 would be a perfect, but they're not gonna give up 10, and it's only 10 games they're giving up. But he said
revenue.
that's not gonna happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's really no reason behind the 82 to begin with. It's just the number they decided.
Pay your thoughts on the rash of injuries that's hitting, the NBA, and is there a way to stop this?
Well, first thing, it's perfect synergy, 82. You got 4 games in the conference and 2 out of the conference. I mean, that maths, right? Even though I know they were playing 82 before they got to 32 teams. Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
However, cutting it back now would be one, it'd be a financial penalty that no one wants to have. You think any of these players want to take less money? No.
Oh,
They just want to play less games. That's just it. Until you want to have that real serious conversation, let's just not even have it. Let's not even bring up the idea. But as far as like the injuries, they're hard coded. Every time we have this, it seems like every year, like man, what's up with all these injuries? Everybody's popping Achilles. Everybody's knee is getting torn. Yeah, because the NBA in their accomplishment of spreading the game, doing that thing that they did back in the '90s, bringing the game,
Global.
yeah, making the game global. They did something. There's a negative part to that. Instead of you having inner city kids, make it, having hoop dreams like bring up Derrick Rose, hoop dreams off of from Cole Park, going through the grind from Simeon to Memphis to the league. Now you don't really have that. You have basketball factories now. You got all these schools. The one in Florida. I'm blanking on the name of it.
Oh, you got Oak Hill. Well, that's for
Oak Hill in Virginia. You got all the other ones around. All the ones around
IMG.
the other country.
IMG. Yeah, IMG.
IMG. Then you got athletes that are bred for this. You got parents that are breeding their children to be professional athletes. You got them playing travel ball 10 months a year, like that. Why is that bad? I know you all have heard this before. You're bringing it's wear and tear on the same joints. You're playing AAU games, 4 or 5 games a weekend,
Right.
wear and tear on the same joints. Then you get to high school, well, not high school, but when you get to college, now you got more. And then some of these guys are skipping college. 17-year-olds and they're skipping their senior year to get to college quicker so they can get to the NBA. By the time you're 22, 23 years old, you done put a lot of miles on them joints instead of, as they were doing 30, 40 years ago, having off seasons. That's one thing. Another thing is the pace of play in the NBA right now. Um, I got a crazy stat for you. Remember 10 years ago? Who won the championship 10 years ago?
That would be
20.
2015. Was that the
Warriors.
Yeah, Warrior days. Yeah, Steph.
73 win Warriors. It wasn't that long ago, right? The Warriors are still around, right?
Right.
Not long ago. You remember how the Warriors play. You know how many teams averaged 100 possessions per game in that season?
The Warriors.
Now, a third of the league, well, 2/3 of the league does.
Yeah.
The pace of play is sped up tremendously. I've talked about this a few times. Sports is basically testing our physical limits as humans, testing our mental and physical limits, to be honest with you. At some point, we reach that limit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're supposed to be doing what we're doing right now. I don't know if our bodies can handle it.
Right.
I think about that a lot. Like, are we even
Yeah, I'm
are they even built to when you think about it, 82 games, traveling, flying, doing all that on the court, like, man, it takes a certain type of athlete to do that, but is the human body even built for that?
Oh, that's what you think about when you
No, I'm hoping on a much lower scale. I'm hoping on a much lower when you think about what the NBA player goes through, it is a lot on the body.
Yeah, it
I
is.
guess that's why it's only been what, like, it's less than what, 5,000 NBA players ever? It might be less than that.
Yeah.
It's like less than 3,000, something like that, total that ever in the whole history of the NBA.
true. I mean, it's something to consider. I don't think you're gonna get. I don't think it's a real discussion to minimize, well, not minimize, to lessen the NBA season. I don't think that's going to stop anything. The damage is already done before you get to the league. So the
Oh,
only I think an actual remedy for this would be stop making people feel bad for taking breaths.
So you're saying like the load management would continue and you shouldn't be chastised for doing that.
Absolutely not. You should not be chastised for load management. In fact, I think if you're going to chastise anybody, start with the owners. Start with the coaches. They're the one to make the decisions on who plays. So I mean, start there. Steve Kerr just pulled off another uh what was it? Popovich. He just pulled off a Popovich. He been telling reporters for a week that they weren't gonna play in Miami. Got to Miami, nobody played.
Right.
So I don't think load management is a bad idea. If you want We all no one's really watching 82 games of the regular season. We really started ramping up in February and March, around
yeah.
that time. That's where you want to see good basketball. So it's give and take at this point.
They've been talking about that, shortening the season, pushing it back, start the season later. I got that quote from a tweet from Eddie Johnson. He's with a kind of a get off my lawn kind of tweet. He said, "I have a suggestion for the Players Association. This is in response to Aaron Gordon's grade 2 hamstring is going to keep him out 4 to 6 weeks." He says, "Allow teams to put you through a real training camp of 2-a-days
Ugh.
and not have to use the first month of the season to get you into 82 game shape to avoid this rash of muscle injuries."
It is.
So he's taking it back to back to his era. He played 17 years, so he thinks the answer is more training.
Get off my own.
But I think a lot of guys are doing that. They taking it easy in the summer, and hey, I'm like Shaq said, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna play my way into shape during the season.
Yeah, I don't want to take any fault away from the players. I mean, some players do be out of shape. Anthony Davis, but
Zion.
Zion,
Definitely a great
yeah, he's still hurt. But I don't. I think a good one. I heard this. I forgot where I heard it from, so I can't give them their proper respect. I think they should start the season earlier, so they have get rid of the preseason altogether. Right? Just have extended training camp. Start the season earlier, but then you don't have back to backs in the first 6 weeks of the season. The gradual ramp up period. Then by the time you get around Christmas, then you can start. I think everybody's built up a lather. And then you can actually, your bodies are well oiled for the type of thing. I mean, when you go to the gym and work out, you don't jump right into it. You warm up first. And the older you are, which you are, yeah, but who plays the preseason? You 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 go through the motions in the preseason. You're not really doing anything. That's why get rid of it altogether. Make it a regular season game, but one game you only play. Everybody plays 3 games a week. No back to backs. Have your off day. Have your get your rest in because rest is essential. I
Right.
don't think we're not going to get to where we need to get to, at least from this aspect, if we're not treating our bodies correct.
That's interesting. Yeah, that it should start early or whatnot. Um, I'll say in closing with this, nonetheless, like we all agree in agreement that with the new players contract coming up, that I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna give back games or whatnot. So the
No.
solution, I would think the only solution is to slow the pace down, but people aren't going to do that. But we do have a culprit, we do have a poster boy to blame. And then unfortunately his game is, what I'm saying, great to watch and he's the greatest of all time. It's Steph Curry. He really did mess up the league with his outlandish shooting habits and his ability to shoot from long range and he falls. And I know that he is the greatest shooter, but now you got everyone that can do that and that open up the floor. Now you got 7'8" guys
Uh,
that think they can shoot as well. So that also was contributed to this fast paced game. But like Pace said, Golden State Warriors in that year 2015, that was a fast paced team. So now the slog ball that we're used to watching, where it's like I think you or Pace said this, the where you had the muscle bound New York Knick days and the Pacer days. Those days are long gone.
yeah.
So they're all about agility and being able to shoot, and that's all they're looking
They
for.
want 5 guys out there that can shoot.
Right. And so therefore that's why the Chris Paul, and it's appropriate that he's retiring and you won't see another Chris Paul for years because
Yeah.
this dying of the point guard, true point guard. The Rondos and the Chris Pauls are no more. You don't, saying we just brought up how Trey Young and he's too small and he's like they're looking to trade him. He's a legend. He's in the rumorville, but like no one wants a Trey Young. Like Trey Young is small, he can shoot. So um
Hey, low key, you would think Trey Young is a great three-point shooter. When you look
no.
at his number, he's not really that great at threes.
Before I go, I'm gonna let you all have that one. Before I go, guys, I did enjoy your segment on the All Star game. Uh, it was really, really riveting. One thing though, what if the USA wins? You because it was you, Rick, that said, you know what, me and a homie of mine, whoever he is, you said you all agree the All Star game ain't for us. But if the US, but if the world team doesn't make the finals,
Right.
who is all of this for? What if the US wins? Did they think about this?
It's possible.
It's possible. I didn't think I was so disgusted with I'm not gonna lie, I was so disgusted with the format and how it was presented that, like I said, it's a Eddie Johnson get off my lawn type of reaction to it. So um yeah, if the US wins, then this is all for naught. And obviously this was kind of pointless, but I don't think
We'll definitely be back here next year to
right,
do it again.
right. It's
So
to talk
the
about
next format.
right.
Yeah, this format is not gonna stick.
I don't think
I
it's gonna
don't think.
stick. Which is gonna last longer, this or the Wheel of Fortune slam dunk contest that we ran into back in the
That
early.
was only 1 year,
I think
wasn't
that
it?
was 1 year. Wheel of Fortune slam dunk, do that. Yeah,
That was terrible.
that was
Not so much terrible than Dwayne Wade being judged. Never do that again.
yeah. I know you chomping at the bit with the.
Clay and Ja.
So Friday night, Memphis played in Dallas, and Memphis won the game, but that wasn't the only thing that was really got anyone's attention. What got everyone's attention was Clay and Ja having a little shouting match.
Mhm.
Before this even transpired, you had Clay taken up for his rookie. He mentioned him as tall guy, tripped up Spencer. Was it Spencer or
Yeah.
he tripped up Spencer while they was on the ground. Clay, being the grizzled vet, spoke up for him. And then there was another interaction with I believe Vince Williams. He got into I'm sorry if Williams, they got into a basic trash talking and with Clay. And so this led to the end of the game. Ja, who didn't even play that game,
Right, he was
wasn't
out.
using a Nike tech suit, didn't even play. And it Clay and Ja got into a shouting match, and he said basically that Clay is a bum. And I'm paraphrasing,
Yeah.
but he said that Clay is a bum. You're a bum right now.
Call him a bum, put his finger in his face, which is a big no-no.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Put your finger in another man's face. Don't tap the top of my head like I'm a little kid. Excuse me, like I'm a little kid. Don't do that.
Why is Ja in the middle? Why are you trash talking and getting in the middle of a scrum and you're not even playing?
Now, a lot of people would think this is something new. Ja's mad because Clay is dating Meg Thee
No,
Stallion.
no.
People think it's because of that. No, you have to go back. You have to go back in the archive to because remember Memphis and Golden State had a little
Beef.
mini rivalry going on,
Right.
and Clay called Jaren Jackson a bum.
Hell yeah, I remember that.
That was when they won the finals.
Mhm.
He called him a bum a couple years ago. I think it was over some tweet Jaren Jackson made. So trying to see what year this was. This was 2022 when they won the 2022 finals because they went back and forth with Memphis. They beat
Right.
Memphis that year in the semifinals, and Clay waited till after they won and responded to Jaren Jackson Jr. his tweet, and he called him a bum. And so it kind of started with that, and in that semifinals, Clay blocked Ja's layup at the end to end that series and eliminate them. So Memphis and Golden State has always been going back and forth. So this isn't anything new. Um, this is just something that's been going on since their little rivalry over the past couple of years. I guess if you want to call it a rivalry, because
It was one side.
yeah, Memphis wasn't ever really better than Golden State. So
So
and
Ja
now he's just carried it over to Clay
even
playing in Dallas.
right, even though Golden State is broken up, but
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't there have to be some type of respect for a guy that's a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, four-time, four-time winner,
I'm
a
sure
Larry
off the court, Ja respects Clay.
does he?
So
I don't know.
we didn't get a word from because of like you said, he wasn't
He
playing.
wasn't
We
playing.
didn't get a word from a post game word from Ja. But Clay's referring to Ja, he's a funny guy with no accountability, just running his mouth. He's been
Mm.
running his mouth a long time. It's funny you run your mouth when you're on the bench. It's kind of been the whole story of his career so far. He did have a couple positive words to say about him, but
Passive aggressive.
that was the headline of his quote. Um, he did say, he hope he gets back on the court and all that. He had
Passive
some
aggressive.
positive words. Yeah,
Passive
yeah.
aggressive. But
So,
it was a dig at him. Everything that he stated about Ja is kind of
yeah.
it is accurate. He doesn't take accountability. He was the face and he doesn't play. Like he was on the
Mhm.
verge of being the face of the league and it's kind of had a decline in
Yeah.
his popularity. And it has nothing to do with even the gun situation. It's just the fact that Ja hasn't been on the court.
Right.
So
Other cats next up in line taking his spot.
yeah, they're definitely taking the spot. And his game, and Ja also said something that was, to me, is that he stated that he didn't want to go in the paint and dunk anymore. He's like, I get injured, and
Yeah.
I mean, but this is what you sign up for, and I understand that you don't know. No one wants to see you get hurt or anything like that. But I mean, you can't really say the comments like that and say you love basketball. You got love for the game because you would never hear that Allen Iverson say that. You would never hear
Right.
Kobe Bryant say that. You would
No,
never.
I ain't going to the paint no
Yeah, I'm
more.
not going.
I'm scared.
You're not hearing Ant Man say that.
Nah.
These are things that you're not going to say. So, Clay's had some valid points in his passive aggressive kind of dig, post game comment. So, yeah, I don't think anything to do with who Clay is dating or whatnot. I
Yeah.
definitely think that there's some history between.
I do think it's some sideline hate from who Clay is dating, but I don't think it's
I think
taking
so.
it to the point where
Yeah,
they putting their finger in his
yeah.
face and calling him a bum. That's built up over the years from
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah, yeah. But to have beef and you're not even playing is crazy. That's
Yeah.
that's crazy. We're gonna we wanna close and we know it's Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday weekend, week, Thanksgiving, eat, enjoy, watch football, watch basketball as well. Got a lot to be thankful for. Thankful for doing this pod. Thankful for being able to talk basketball and have you guys listen to us on a weekly base. We're on Mondays, 8 Central Standard Time, Frustrated Channel. Every Monday, we're talking about the Bulls and the association. Anything you want to add, or as the Bulls are losing?
Yeah, this might end up being a loss for the Bulls. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's everybody get something to eat this week. Don't pig out. I'm gonna try not to pig out. Everybody have a happy holiday this holiday season.
Is that appropriate? We got a PC to say holiday, or can you say Thanksgiving?
I think some people just say holiday season to avoid
Boy.
thanks, because then they get into the, oh, we shouldn't even be celebrating things.
No,
So some people just keep it as a blanket happy holidays. So yeah.
So we just want to say from Frustrated Channel, yo, happy holidays. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there.
If you don't want to have a happy holiday, then
Sweat off my sack.
we're out of here.
Thanks for listening to this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. Don't matter if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watch it on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all the guys from Chicago, we say three things. Bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.